Hi, how are you?
Hi, Hannah.
How you doing? Can you hear me? You sound a bit muffled.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You have me on speakerphone or
Yes, should I take you off? Let me
it
take you off.
it just sound a
Can you hear
little.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you good. How you doing, my love?
I'm doing well. Well, yeah, I'm doing well.
Okay, that's great. There's a few things that's coming up. Let me just ask you a quick question because your spirit guides is saying she's calling you for a specific reason. Is it because of a relationship? Is it relationship issues or something like that in that type of matter that you want some clarity on or going through? Is it that or?
It's a lot of different relationships in my life
Okay.
that I'm dealing with. I
Okay.
find myself going through a transition,
Uh-huh. Oh, that's why the number 11 came up
and
with that. Yeah. The number 7 and 11 came up. But and that was the first thing that came up, and then I just asked your spirit guides, well, what's going on? And they said relationships. She has to talk to you about relationships. So that's why I'm asking if this is like the primary reason for you trying or for you contacting me. I'm not sure. I just want a little bit of more clarity.
well, my primary reason for contacting you is because I'm just trying to learn more about myself spiritually. Like I said, I've been going through a transition.
Mhm.
I've completely cut out meat.
Mhm.
I've opened my eyes to the fakeness in religion and
Mm.
more of a conscious lifestyle.
Mhm.
So I've been feeling like, okay, I've been telling myself, okay, I'm a healer. I have to heal my relationships. I have to heal my family. It's
Mm.
a lot of brokenness in my
There
family.
you go. Yeah.
And I'm feeling like I'm the one that I need to figure out how do I get this going
Mm.
because my mom was murdered in front of me at 4 by my father, so that's a huge thing there.
Mm. Mm.
Growing
Mm.
up
Mm.
without neither one of my parents,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
and then I'm getting a situation of abandonment. I was abandoned, the people that took us in, and now I'm grown and I'm trying to heal myself. I want a better relationship with my brothers because we don't have that, that closeness because of our childhood. I want to know my nieces and nephews. I'm their
Mhm.
only aunt.
Mhm.
I want to be a better spouse. So, and I know that me coming into this consciousness, I know something is special. Like today's my birthday, 369.
Mm.
Adding to 9, I'm 27. That's 9. So I'm like, okay,
Mm.
I want to know more. I'm eager to just know more about myself and what I can do to grow myself spiritually.
Well, oh my God. So you said a lot. You said you touched me on different levels just now, and like you said, in a nutshell, it is relationships, right? It's relationship with yourself. It's relationship with finding. It's relationship with yourself, and it's a relationship with finding yourself, and it's a relationship with building a relationship with your biological brothers. And then there's a situation here where you don't have a relationship, or you didn't have the opportunity to have a relationship with your biological mother. So that's something that's incomplete within yourself. So how do you go when you heal yourself from that incompletion of seeing with your own two eyes, which is in a sense haunted the subconscious mind in a sense, right? That you seen the murder of your own mother by your father. That's a traumatic situation, right? Which the subconscious mind always pick up on, right? So here it goes. And with you coming to me, I'm not sure of how you see things right now, but the first thing I would want to say, or I would recommend for you to do, is healing yourself from that traumatic experience, right? And what I mean by healing yourself is it, when you think about it, do you still get angered? Do you get sad? What is your reaction? And if it's not positive, or if it's not understanding, then you still have more work to do. So that's number one, right? And again, you are 27 years old, as you
You're
said.
kind of breaking up a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
You were saying how I feel when I think about it, if it still makes me sad, then I still have a lot of work to do.
Or angered, because that means that feeling of anger is like cancer cells, right? Cancer cells tries to outrage the whole body, or try to take control of the host. Now, if you still have this anger, and you still have this sadness, within yourself, as you think about that situation, then that means that this emotion is still taking over your body. So if you, or your mind more so, because it's the subconscious mind that picked up. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if you want to begin to free yourself from emotional / spiritual trauma, the first thing that I would recommend for you to do is, and again, this is an everlasting journey, because seeing your own biological mother being murdered at the age of 40, I mean, not 40, but 4 years old, this is my first case, with somebody in this way, and I know it's not easy. You understand? I know I know it's not easy, but I never been through it, so I can't really, most of the stuff that I say, we're going to get into everything, but most of the things that I recommend my clients or whatnot is because I've been through certain things. Like with this situation, all I can say is, just from knowledge, and just from understanding, and just from being a guru, or just from knowing how to heal yourself or free yourself, the first thing that you have to do, or should begin to do, or continue to do, is revisit that situation until the point where, you're no longer angered about it, to the point where you have forgiven your father. You get what I'm saying? Because you may still feel some type of way towards your father for taking the life of your mother. You have to understand the higher, or rather the bigger meaning of, or not the bigger meaning, or just understanding that your mom is still alive in the spirit realm. Your mother is still here. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, I never had a mother. I never had this. I never had that. All of those feelings blocks you from receiving your blessings, you see, or blocks you from having unconditional love, or blocks you from, and again, when your spirit guides mention the relationship with just saying relationships, they also say she needs to work with the color pink. So I'm not sure if you are working with rather pink candles, pink and white candles, I would say. If you are working with strawberry quartz, if you are working with rose quartz, or you are working with rather clear quartz. But all of those crystals, number one, will help you to heal your heart chakra, because it is your heart chakra. I'm going to tell you one thing. It is your heart chakra that resonates with gamma rays. Are you familiar with gamma rays, my love? The same vibration of gamma rays. There's alpha rays, there's beta rays, there's alpha, beta, and gamma. Gamma rays are frequencies that opens up different portals in the universe. Now, if you want to open up your own portal, if you want to say, I'm just trying to find myself, I'm just, trying to get in connection, or want this relationship with my brother, you have to will it. You have to claim it. You have to attract it. But if it's not coming from your heart, if your heart is still impure, if your heart is still dealing with sadness or emptiness, then it's going to be harder for you to manifest what it is that you want to manifest, is where I'm getting at. So I'm just saying this to say that
Yeah.
your heart's frequency resonates on the same vibration as gamma rays in the universe. Gamma rays has the potential to open up different portals or frequencies all around this earth, which also relates to the universe within yourself, thyself. That's number one, right? So working with your heart chakra, working with those particular crystals, revisiting that, those, the different traumatic experiences, even from childhood, and accepting it, or rather forgiving, because you still may have some, you still may feel some type of way. You get what I'm saying? And those feeling some type of way, type of thing, quote unquote, those are more so the cancer cells within your body, or the cancerous thinking. Because what happens when cancers take over the whole body? Eventually the person dies. You don't want to die. You're here to be reborn again. You are now in the cycle of number 9. As a matter of fact, your whole birth date adds up to number 9. Number 9, I'm not sure if you listen to my videos or watch my videos or whatnot, but you know that the number 9 is the number that is closest to God. So when you said, I want to be the one to bring my family back, yes, you do have that potential. But you have to look at the man in the mirror first. You got to make sure that you are right, Pisces, because that's what we always do. We always want to go above and beyond and sacrifice ourselves for other people. And then when we turn back around, our energy is low. That's where we go wrong. And you know that I'm a Pisces too. So you're number 6, I am number 6 as well. So in that level, or in that situation, yeah, I can relate to why you feel like you want to be the one to bring the family back, because you are a healer. The number 7 came up with you. 7 and 11. If I don't know if you heard me say that before I called you. 7 and 11. 7 is the number. The 7 is the number of Christ. Heru, the Savior. You see, the Savior. But in order for you to resonate with that particular vibration, I'm more so feeling like there is still, because the first thing that came up with you was relationships. There is still some things that you internally have to or should begin to work on. And I gave you the avenue of where to start. Starting from the childhood trauma, starting from the death of your mom. You get what I'm saying? And it's not to revisit it to feel sad about it. It's to revisit it to just uplift, or say, you know what? I forgive my father for this. You get what I'm saying? You know what? I know that my mother is always around me. You know what? I know that my mother is in peace. You know what? You get what I'm saying? That type of thought, because the new thinking and the new vibration then begins to take over your body, and then guess what? The old you dies. That's the number 9. The number 9 is the number of completion. The number 9 is also the number of life and death. In order for you to begin a new cycle, in order for you to attract what it is that you are attracting, and believe me, Miss Pisces, in 2017 and so forth, if your mind, your mental state, you get what I'm saying, as a spiritualist, I'm going to say, is on point, I'm telling you, it's going to manifest. You getting back with your family members is going to manifest. It may not manifest the way you want it to manifest, but it's going to manifest. You have to be patient with yourself. And I'm not sure if you are a Pisces, because after the relationship, your spirit guides also mentioned um you know um they also mentioned, give me a second, the third eye is opening up with you. Give me a second. They also mentioned the overthinking. Constantly overthinking, or thinking, like overly, over analytical. Do you know where your moon sign is in, my love?
Um, no, I was gonna ask if you can do a natal chart on me.
You have it with you?
I don't know how to. I was gonna see if you can do one for me.
Oh.
I know a little bit about my zodiac and everything, but I don't really know what my moon sign is or anything. I'm really trying to connect with myself, with my spirit, though. So I followed you on YouTube, and I was gonna see maybe if you can do a chart for me, so I can have one.
Give me a second. 'Cause now your spirit guides is bringing me back to that event. Your father was very abusive to. Was he abusive to the children as well, or?
I was so young, but from what I hear, he was an aggressive drinker.
That's what I was gonna ask.
He was abusive to my oldest brother. I've heard stories of like him physically blacking his eye and things like that.
Right. Yeah.
But I was told I was the sweetheart. I was his baby girl. I'm the only girl, and I'm the youngest.
I do understand that. You know, I could see that, but I'm just going back in time just to, just help you. Like, it's a form of hypnosis, right? Sometimes you gotta, in a situation with hypnosis, I don't know if you've seen the movie Get Out. I could probably give an example with that, but the way she was, or the way certain emotions came out of this black brother is by him being hypnotized and going back into time. You get what I'm saying? Or going back into the time when his mother, I believe, was murdered or something happened. His mother made the transition and he was in the house. So with you, your spirit guides more so is now bringing me back to the scenery, or bringing me back to your father's time. And again, you say you're the youngest one, so you may not remember too much. But they're talking to me about, him being abusive, and they saying it was the drugs, and alcohol is the drugs, and that's why I was going to ask you, was he a drinker as well? But you already said it. But give me a second. Did he shoot her or beat her to death?
He shot her.
Oh, he shot her. Okay.
And it was so bad. It was so bad where she had to have a closed casket service. And it's crazy because I can't remember.
Go ahead.
I can't remember much about my childhood or much about my mom in the sense, but that event, that night, I can break it down in detail.
I don't want to cry, so I'm not here. I'm built for this, but that is that's touchy. Us Pisces, we cry babies as well. And I got a full lineup today. So I could, I see it. You get what I'm saying? Like, and just me seeing it on a spiritual realm, in the spirit realm, that's enough for me to know that wasn't a good night for no one. No family, no, it just wasn't a good night. Where was your grandmother at that time?
My father's mom, or
your mother's.
I believe both of them. Both of my grandmothers at the time were deceased.
Okay.
My grandmother on my mom's side, I believe she passed from like ovarian cancer or something.
Okay.
My dad's mom, I'm not too sure, but I have pictures of being at her funeral.
Oh, the reason why I ask is because I see your grandmother here, and I see your grandmother with your mother, and I see your grandmother. When somebody is crying, somebody is grieving, and like somebody is consulting them, or rather patting their heads, like it's gonna be all right. It's going to be just fine. And then this person is just crying. I figured that, in my opinion, it just seems like this is who your mom, or this was a situation that happened when your mother was in the physical realm. of her going to her mother crying about certain situations that might have transpired with her and the father, or your mother's soul is not resting easy, and your grandmother is consoling her on the spirit realm. You look like your mom.
I do.
Yes, that's her.
And,
That's her.
and I feel like it goes both ways because, you know, her and my dad, it was like a love at first sight thing. Like, they were together since they were 15. She had my oldest brother when they were really young, and they just stayed together all these years. But I also heard that it wasn't the best relationship, and they broke up and was on and off a lot. And also, I can understand it from the other perspective that she's not resting well.
She's not resting well.
You know, all this time, you know,
your father was cheating. Your father was cheating. Your father was I can't say cheating, but he was a ladies' man. I don't know if he's a good looking brother or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Your mom, although she was a good looking woman, or she was a fancy, you know, and a lot of men try to hit on her or whatnot, but your mother went through pain and suffering from other women as well. And it just seems like your father was a person that is like, well, if nobody can have you, if I can't have you, nobody can have you, type of thing. You know, like jealousy in a sense. Jealousy definitely played a part.
And that's exactly what he said. Oh my God, Ella. I don't want to go too deep into it, but you know, during the court process and, you know, tapes and everything was played, and that's exactly what he told her before he performed the murder. It was a double homicide because he killed her and her brother. But he was on the phone with someone, and he was like, she think I'm going to just let her go out here and be with somebody? No, if I can't have her, no one will.
Yes. I'm telling you. Your father. Something. You know what it is, too? You know what it is, sister? You know what it is? When you, and this is not an excuse, but that's what I'm trying to say in terms of looking at it on a broader perspective. And again, we're gonna get back into your situation, but because this is messages that's coming through just to help you along your process of healing, right? Whenever you drink, you know how when sometimes people drink, they act different. Rather they start talking loud, rather they want to get intellectual, rather they want to start fighting, rather they just want to start crying. That when you begin to drink, when you drink, there's an entity that takes over your body. And it feels like to me every time your father drank or whatever, or got drunk, there was an aggressive it was an aggressive entity that came over him. So yes, that's not an excuse, but I could understand that there was. Remember when I said a host, like a cancerous host that takes over your body? It's I can't say it's not him, but it is him, because he has control, but he allows the alcohol, or he allows the the drug to take over him. So it is him, but it's not him. But again, like you said,
I understand that.
Yeah. So again, in a sense, understanding that just like sometimes, let me tell you something. Sometimes people drink, and the energy of Shango comes about. You get what I'm saying? They start drinking that rum, that black rum, and Shango comes about. And somebody starts to act like a Superman. Like, goddamn, where the fuck? Sit your ass down somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with you? That's what I'm saying. So, again, there's these different entities and deities that takes over the body. Apparently this soul that jumps in your father's body, during those times, I'm pretty sure he didn't want to kill your mom and your uncle. I'm sure.
I reached out to. I reached out to him when I was about 18, and we were writing letters and everything. And at the time, he seemed remorseful, but you know, he was putting a lot of spirit, like religion on me, and I already had my doubts in religion, so I wasn't for sure how genuine our contact with each other was. I don't know if it was him trying to pacify me to make himself feel better, or if he was really, you know, trying to connect with me. So I cut it off because it just wasn't sitting well with me, because, you know, what he was saying to me in letters, it didn't add up to what I had experienced or heard or witnessed from him. And with the alcohol and, you know, pretty much like a form of being possessed, I had my own experience. I feel like maybe that's a generation curse or something for us, because a few years ago I was married, and, you know, I was kind of in a similar situation as my mom, but I was on the other end of the stick. I was the one drinking and becoming abusive and violent because of the way he was treating me. And I had an experience where I had a knife up to this man's throat. He was begging for his life, and I saw myself outside of my body looking at what I was doing. And from that day forward, I never drank again. I'm starting to see that with my brother. Last night, I kind of wiped my hands. I'm like, you know, I wiped my hands of this situation, but I'm feeling like I'm starting to witness what happened between my mom and my dad play out between my brother and his baby mom. He is a very aggressive drinker. It got to the point where he even threatened my life and don't remember.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if this is something that is. It's definitely the liquor. I'm aware.
And when you come to me, you said you want answers and you want to know how to heal yourself and find yourself. So what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, the liquor, but then too, you got to also understand us as Pisceans, or even any other signs. We look for an escapism when something is really bothering us, or if we have, again, a traumatic situation where we don't know how to deal with. The main fact that you see this repetition of aggressiveness from your father, that means that, you know, from you and your brother and stuff, and you see that happening in your father, that means that psychologically you have been traumatized. And what happens is, anytime that you go through a situation where you feel like you don't have any control, your subconscious mind is going to bring up or raise up or make present what it has been storing in the back of the mind. Same thing with your brother. Now you got to understand, your brother seen more than you seen. Seen more than you seen. So again, with him, same issue with him. Instead of drinking, he has to revisit or hypnotize himself and revisit that moments, or those moments of when he's seen this, and accept it, or rather forgive, or begin to cry. And ask and just ask for peace, ask for healing. Because with you, as a Pisces, you have been saved. You seen your spirit come up out of you. You seen the God in you step out of this avatar you and say, hey, is this what you really want to do? Because we're avatar bodies. The physical body put the knife to you, but that wasn't your spirit. That wasn't your spirit. That wasn't the God in you. That wasn't the number 9. No. So the number 9 in you stepped out of you to show you, hey, that was like and you're gonna get rewarded for that. I'm gonna let you know that now. That was like a evil and good. That was like a subconscious and conscious move. Consciously, you knew what the hell you was doing. Subconsciously, you didn't know that if you kill this nigga, your ass is out. Subconsciously, you wasn't thinking that. Subconsciously, you reacted what you were used to, or you reacted what the subconscious mind has stored since childhood. That is the reason why between 1 to 7 years of age, it is very important to teach your children a certain type of thing, because 1 to 7, and they go that number 7, 1 to 7 years old is the most delicate and primary times of a child. 1 to 7 years old determines what this child is going to know, what this child is going to be from 1 to 7 years old. So if children go through a lot of psychological, emotional, physical abuse from 1 to 7, by all means, I would not be surprised if they grow up as an aggressive or emotional or dysfunctional adult. I would not be surprised because of what has happened between 1 to 7. So when you say you want to find yourself, my good sister, as a Pisces, again, I don't know, I didn't allow you to express yourself in the spiritual way, but again, healing yourself, even if it's crying, knowing that your mother is always with you as she has presented herself, and she's saying that she's gonna bless you, my good, my baby, or my blessings, she's calling you something, my angel, or she's calling you something. She has like a very soft voice right now, speaking to me. Like her voice is very soft, very settled, and she's not gonna allow nobody to hurt you. One of your brothers start with a K. She's speaking to me about somebody that started with
T and J.
Oh, J, not K.
I know about the K.
Okay, well, that K, then that's not, because she's saying Kyle or Jal. No, not Jal, Kyle. Something with Kyle. Something with a owl. Some name like that. It'll come. That's spirit talk. Give me a second. But in any event, always keep white candles burning, for purity of the mind, for removal of any type of sins that you might have committed. And what I mean by sins, I mean by, the brutal relationships that you had. You might have made somebody feel some type of way, and again, what comes around goes around, and karma is for sure. But the way you stop karma, or the way you reverse karma, is by understanding what you have done, asking the creator, the universal mama creator, for forgiveness, and not, if you know that you've done wrong in the past, it is now time for you to do better. If you continuously keep doing better, knowing that what you're doing is wrong, that's how you get the karma. So you don't want to, again, bring this to your next life cycle, right? You don't want to do that. So what you do is you continue, or start, I'm going to say continue because you have already been doing so. You want to continue to resonate with unconditional love, because to the extent that you send unconditional love is to the extent that unconditional love will find you. You want to now become free, right? You want to now, like you said, find yourself, right? Being a healer, as you already suggested, that is who you are. You're a Pisces. You're number 6. That's a given. Your number 9. Your birthday adds up to the number 9. Right now, you're 27 years old. You're in your 9th cycle, so you're in your ending cycle. And what I mean by ending cycle, I mean by, this is like a closure for you, right? Only for you to begin to start new, meet new people, start new, business ideas, and regain truth within yourself, is what they're saying. That will be next year, right? 2018, because in 2017 is the year for you to come into closure with a lot of things that caused you, or cause your internal environment lots of pain. So you want to work on that first, or continue to work on that, more so. Um, but in terms of where did your mother get murdered?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
That's not where you live now.
No.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Where is it? Tell me again.
It happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. Oh. And where do you live now?
Virginia.
Oh, okay, so far up. Give me a sec. Were you molested too, or no?
No. But
I'm
my
seeing
aunts were.
Mhm. What did you say? I'm sorry.
My aunts were.
Oh, your aunties were. Okay, because I'm seeing some.
My mom's father was the one that was actually doing the molesting to her older sisters.
You know why? Because I'm seeing somebody. I'm seeing you and your family in a house, in a home, and I'm not seeing who exactly is it, but I'm seeing a man come into the room and touch touch a woman in an unusual place. So I didn't know more so if it was you or I'm seeing this happening, and that's the reason why I'm asking. So that's why I asked if it was you that got molested, because you did mention that you were placed in a home where you were also abused or abandoned or whatnot. And what I mean by abused, abandonment is a sense of abuse. You get what I'm saying? Because hey, like
yeah.
you know. But again, your spirit guides is just bringing me back and just showing me everything that was or could have affected you, and this is the reason why this came up, about the abuse thing. But do you have any questions or any further clarity?
So you say, okay, I need to start working on the heart chakra. That was one of my questions. What about altar work?
Yes, in your altar, my love, all white. All white. Everything
I've
white.
been working with white candles.
There you go. All white. Coconut,
all white.
White. You could put coconut on there, for anything refreshing. White candles, white bells. Bells that have like white handles. White beads, white crystals. Powder or what, or just anything white. And what I mean by powder is because powder is a scent. So you can just put, dab some, get a clear bowl, a clear little, container or whatnot, and then just add white powder in it and put it up on your altar. Anything white, anything that's going to invoke purity, clarity of the mind, opening up the doors for you. I would definitely also in this situation, I don't know if you're taking any spiritual baths. But you need to take advantage of that. Definitely. Today's your birthday.
Yeah, that was one of my questions.
You need to take advantage of that. I have a Yemaya bath on my site. You would definitely benefit from that Yemaya bath because it's dealing with healing, it's dealing with traumatic experiences with women more so. I feel like in the near future, once you have honestly came into the God self with you, you may be somebody that also nurtures other family members that had, these traumatic experiences too as well. Because again, you are a healer, right? You're a Pisces. You're the mama. You get what I'm saying? You're the mama.
Yeah.
Come to mama. You are the person that understands. You are the person that will give others unconditional love. You are the person. And again, remember when I was speaking to you, like at times with me, it's like I give personal advice based on personal experiences. Like with this situation, I never experienced that. So with you, you can give somebody else some advice or some healing because you've been through that. You get what I'm saying? You've been through witnessing a brutal murder from your parents. One parent locked up, the
Yeah.
other parent is in the spirit realm. What's your sign of your mother?
Capricorn.
There you go. Opposite Cancer, which is Yemaya. Mhm. Yep. There you go.
And
Yep.
I was just thinking about putting an altar up for her too. I wanna, put an altar up for my mom.
Of course. All white. All white. Dress, all white dress. When you set that altar up, all white. All white dress, all white head scarf, all white.
Oh, right. Okay. And you say that you're my
Mhm.
I've been reading. I was just reading on Yemaya and Papa Legba just last night.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't. That's moving too fast.
I mean,
Everything needs to.
is no such thing as time, and it's all about vibration. You're asking for information, so the information is coming to you. It's not moving too fast. Was moving too fast in the sense is if you don't have a fully understanding of what you're doing, and then you're going to do something. Like, hey, that's moving too fast. But if you want to read up on something or understand something, I mean, what that's moving where? This is the cycle of knowing. Okay, we're in a cycle of knowing, so we want to know. We want to find out. It's a lot of us now that's waking up, including yourself.
Yeah.
I feel like, if possible, start with one brother. You know what I'm saying? Start with one brother, and then once you get a close connection with one brother, then you recruit the next one. You hear what I'm saying? I would feel like I feel like the brother that you should recruit first is the one that is open to love. You get what I'm saying? Because now, once you get a brother that's open to love, then y'all two have this love relationship within yourself. Then you know that your brother is your protector. Now you know the brother that's aggressive, he's gonna have to deal with the brother that protects you. He ain't gonna come to you. He gonna have to deal with the brother that's protecting you. You gotta think wisely, good sister. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
But little by little. Little by, cause y'all all of you guys, all y'all, all of you guys, all y'all hurting, and for a woman and for a man, it's harder. You're the youngest one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For a man, it's harder. So let your brother know you're there for them. Let your brother know, we're adults now. We've been going through this for some years now. We need to be stronger. We need to heal ourselves. We need to do this. We need to eat better. We need to think better. We need to have a foundation where, listen, we are all that we got. You hear what I'm saying? We need to keep more in contact with each other. We need to tell each other we love each other more. We need to cry with each other. It's okay. Y'all brothers and sisters, y'all cry behind doors, in a closet, by the water, whatever. If you and your brother need to go and see your father, y'all need to go do that. If it makes you more relief, or it helps you to go up there and curse him out, go ahead, go up there and curse his ass out. He hurt you.
Yeah, it's a lot of anger there.
That's what I'm saying. If it needs to come out, it has to come out. You talking about you want to find yourself? Where do you start? How do you start? That you gotta kill this. You gotta end this. It's over. You have to end it, right? You gotta end it. You can't start a new cycle with old cancerous cells within you. No. That's gonna be a delay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, good sister.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I have a good idea of what I need to do. I've pretty much been doing it already. I've been taking salt baths and stuff, meditating. I've been trying to do yoga, trying to center or ground myself.
Consistently. But now you've been doing this, and now I'm telling you to just go back into, why don't you look up hypnosis, how to heal yourself via hypnosis. You can probably hypnotize yourself and bring out all, you know what I mean, bring out the deep rooted emotions inside. Because once you seen that image at 4 years old, let me tell you something. The number 4 also, I believe, deals with, if I'm not mistaken, the number 4 deals with Saturn. Saturn deals with Baphomet. Baphomet is also known as the goat god. The goat god is also known as the black man. So Baphomet relates to the planet of blackness. You understand? Blackness is also carbon. Carbon is in the mind, right? That's the main, when historians open up the brain of the mummies or the pharaohs, they said, we see nothing but black stuff. That's carbon. So I'm saying this to say that at 4 years old, at the tender age of 4 years old, which also 4 is the number of stability. You see the 4 legs, you see 4 corners, that's stable, stability. So that got locked in. That image got locked in the carbon mind, Saturn. It's deep. I think I could be a psychologist. You know what? Now that I think about it, I probably should be a damn psychologist with all this occultism stuff. I'm just flowing with it. I'm just helping you to understand it. You're a Pisces. I know you understand this language. So this is what I'm saying. This is the deep rooted. You get what I'm saying? Deep inside carbon planet rotating within your thinking field. And then boom, that happened, and then what happened the next day? You probably was numbed. You probably didn't understand. You probably thought it was a dream. And then you never seen your mother again. Go up there and do what you need to do just to help you. If you need to call them, see them, curse them out, you're entitled to. That's your father. I don't care what it is. That's your father. Your father. Ain't nobody else. That's not your husband. That is your father who took your mother. And you feel some type of way. And you need to heal. So you have to take steps. That's it. All right, my love?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're more than welcome, my good sister. You're more than welcome. I'll pray for you, definitely. I definitely will pray for you. All right.
Yeah, I would definitely have to schedule another session after I do some homework.
Oh, yeah. All right. Not a problem. So, as you know, this session has been recorded. Would you like this to be private, or you give me permission to upload it publicly?
Yeah, you.
Say that once more. I'm sorry.
I say yeah, you can upload it.
Okay. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna upload it right now because 3 o'clock. What's my next? Yep. I'm gonna upload it right now so I can just jump into my next session. All right, my love. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Text me your email address.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.